Hello! Hi, welcome to my video. I hope you're having a lovely day. This is my first ever voiceover for my videos. Yay! I'm really congested though, and I don't really have good recording equipment, and there is construction, and it's so loud. I also live on a pretty busy street, and there's a fire station over there, and there's a lot of sirens, so I'm sorry if you can hear a lot of background noise. I'm just filming this on my iPhone, so yeah, it picks up a lot of background noise, but I'll be talking over it, so hopefully you won't hear it as much. If there's a siren though, you're definitely gonna hear it. So anyway, I'm gonna keep going with this. I have a lot of things to cover with this video, so I wanted to do a voiceover instead of subtitles. Sorry if you hate it. Please let me know if you prefer voiceovers in the comments below. Probably won't do it for every video anyway, so if you hate it, I'm sorry. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I did the 100 Faces challenge that Ahmed Aldoori made. Link is in the description for the video and Pinterest board. And for this challenge, I used just my regular sketchbook that you see in all of my videos. Okay, maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. And it's for sketching. It's a sketchbook. It's not meant for painting, but I do a lot of painting in here. The paper's like alright, so I just keep using it for that. But it's getting very warped and very fat since it's not a thick paper. So I knew I was gonna do this drawing challenge at some point, so I was like, okay, well, I can do it now. And I just used a Bic mechanical pencil since it's pretty basic, and I don't need to sharpen it all the time, and kneading eraser and a regular blue little eraser. I recommend a kneading eraser for anyone that wants to erase little details. It's very good, you can squish it, so it's fun. And I wanted to talk about what to expect with this challenge and what I learned. I learned a lot with this challenge. So I didn't complete 10 faces each for 10 days exactly. I only did 5 faces the first day, and that kind of sets the tone for the rest of the challenge. I would completely forget on some days, or I just wouldn't want to draw 10 faces in that day and just go to sleep. So I did, I think, spend like an extra, I completed this challenge on like the 11th day technically, but I did the 100 faces total. And I do recommend this challenge. Maybe don't feel so pressured to do 10 faces in 10 days. I definitely didn't. But to complete the 100 faces total. There is another good thing about doing 10 faces in a day, because the first couple of faces that you draw, if that's the first thing that you drew in the day, they can be like a warm-up sketch. So by the 10th face, it's usually a little bit easier. That's what I found anyway. And the Pinterest board, I wouldn't really say it goes like easy to hard, more like easy to hard to like, oh, okay, I'm used to the hard ones now, so it gets easier. The Pinterest board has a lot of faces and facial expressions that you may not be familiar with. I definitely wasn't in terms of drawing them, so it helped me with gaining experience to do them. There were a lot of beards and wrinkles and deeper angles, because I'm not used to drawing like older men or a variety of ages or even a variety of genders. I usually draw just girls with very proportionate faces, like very symmetrical, and they don't show a lot of emotion on their face. So this challenge definitely taught me how to portray those better, by shading and using line work. I have a problem with this challenge because there were a lot of sculptures, but I understand why there were a lot of sculptures. The reason I didn't like it is because sculptures don't reflect light in the way that a human face does, and I usually just want to draw human faces, not sculptural faces. I do understand why there were sculptures, because it's a material that you can use to create crazier proportions. There were a lot of skinny heads, a lot of round heads, there were mythical creatures, there were things that you could do to make it more cartoony, or just more exaggerated. So it was good to gain experience with that. I just didn't really like the lighting part of it, and it just got really dull. after a while, personally, but I did get better at it, so it got a lot faster for me so I can move on. And more personally, I definitely changed how I go about drawing faces and sketching. I used to draw the shape of the head and then fill in the rest. That's how I usually still start now, but I would just leave it like that. And so the proportions wouldn't be right. But now I would pick the feature that I liked best and was most accurate and proportionate. For example, the nose or the mouth or the left eye, and then build the rest around it and be able to capture the distance correctly. And sometimes I would have to erase the entire face except for that one feature that I liked and was most accurate. So it would be a lot of erasing, a lot of getting comfortable with being like, oh, I made this mistake. Because previously I would just commit to whatever I drew and not erase anything. And now I'm more comfortable with being like, okay, I did this wrong, I have to try again. And taking the time to break it down like that. I think that was just like a personal thing. I don't know how other artists sketch, but it's definitely helped me with accuracy. I also tried this challenge before very lightly about 8 months ago, and I could tell the difference between the two attempts. I only did like 20 or so faces, but there is a lot more accuracy and definition in the 20 faces that I did now than before. So I recommend doing this challenge multiple times, even just drawing a couple of the faces, maybe not doing 100, but you'll be able to see your growth very clearly. And I really recommend comparing old art to new art to see how much you've grown. Don't be like, oh, my old art was so much better, but to see the difference between the two and to be more comfortable with how you grow as an artist, especially with basics like faces and bodies and proportions and lighting and what have you. So it helps me be more confident in myself as an artist and my artistic ability and my growth. And though I didn't draw every single day, it did help me to draw most days and to be more creative most days. One of my 2020 art goals is consistency, and I think this has definitely helped me to achieve a consistency with creating every day. On the days that I didn't want to do this challenge, I usually painted or sketched something else. And so I think it's helped me to push that boundary. I usually just want to create art on days that I felt like it, and if I didn't feel like it, or I don't know, I just wasn't feeling creative that day, I wouldn't do anything about it. And now I'm like, okay, well, let me just look at something else on Pinterest and draw that and see how that comes out. And then by that point I'm warmed up and I'll sketch other things too. So this challenge has definitely taught me things about myself as an artist and how I create, and I think I will definitely try this challenge in the future again. Probably not the whole 100 faces, but a couple of them to see the difference, because I really liked being able to see the difference between 8 months ago and now. I think it was 8 months ago, I'm not sure. But please leave a like and a comment if you liked this challenge, and if you plan on doing this challenge, or if you have done this challenge and what you thought about it. And also please let me know if you like this voiceover. I am very congested right now, so I'm sorry about that. And I am recording this on a quieter time. I think everyone's gone for lunch on the construction site, so hopefully it's not as bad. I probably won't do a voiceover for every video anyway, because I don't think every video needed it, but this one definitely did, because I just didn't want to type everything out. So yeah, please subscribe if you like this video and want to see more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!